So, welcome everybody. Thank you for answering the call. I'm really happy to share with you all. I've been feeling very compelled to share some more. And our topic today is Sirenita Bobinzana by Artur Mena. So we'll get right into it. So I felt like sharing this song because I feel like this is a very well-known medicine music song, and that many people would enjoy it and would like to learn it and to go deeper into it. And also because it's actually quite a simple song too. So it only has four chords, um, and the melody is quite simple. It repeats a lot, but that gives us a good base to explore the many different layers that that are available, within the music. So I'm sure we have lots of different levels here. Stephanie, I know you're just beginning. Brad, I think you've been playing for a while, no?
Oh man, just beginning.
Okay, just
Beginning
beginning.
over and over again. But yeah.
Okay,
Uh
and
but I've had a couple years but this is one of those ones that I keep coming back to. This song in particular is a really lovely place to begin.
okay, great. And Kalina, how are you? You want to tell us a little bit about where you are with the instrument? Oh, I'm not hearing you. It's funny because you're unmuted, but not hearing you. You can also say where you're from, where you're located. We have a nice, diverse locational group here.
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm Kalina. I'm calling from upstate New York. Um, I've been playing guitar more seriously for the last year, but kind of on and off for a while. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Oh, excited to have you. That's great. Okay, so been playing for on and off for the past couple of years. That's great. And Luana, you're a beginner, right?
I'm a beginner. I know nothing of this. I'm excited.
Okay. Do you know any chords or have you been playing anything or
Not really. I mean, I've been using Chordify to just strum and learn how to put my fingering, but I don't have all the chords memorized or anything.
Okay, great. Okay, good. Okay, good. So that gives me a good idea of where everybody's at. Um, so yeah, so Bobinsana, right? The flower that's associated with the water and with the dreams and with calling in the Ikaros. And she's usually used as kind of introduction to the diets. So we can kind of use it as an introduction to the instrument, but also to a broader approach that I want to share with you guys, just about music, the way that I think about it. Um, I think it's important because this can give us a much broader context about why we practice and how we practice. What is it for? What's the purpose of it? And how does it work? And how does it align with other disciplines and other devotional practices? So, today, when we approach this song, Sirenita Bopinsana, we're going to cover five different aspects of music, which I call the five pillars of music. And it's these five pillars altogether that form the altar of music. So it's my thinking and my feeling with each song that we study that we're building kind of an altar to this song. The song is it's a being that is coming from another place, from source, and we're making ourselves available to receive it by creating the proper conditions for that. And in that sense, what we're doing is a devotional practice because we're preparing the altar to receive this song and then to channel the prayer in the most powerful and beautiful way possible. So, what are these five aspects of the altar? So, the first pillar is time and space. So, time and space is the canvas that all of the music is being created on. Music is a temporal art, a temporal manifestation. meaning that it happens within time and it happens within space. The song begins, it plays, it sort of presents itself, within time and space, and then it sort of completes itself. And then also within the longer arc, the song is imprinted with its own energy. It comes in at a certain moment, it imprints that energy onto the moment, and then it goes on its way. And when we sing it again, and I know probably we've all had this experience where we've heard a song that we've heard from the past or that we've heard before, and somehow that energetic imprint is carrying over. So time and space as the first pillar that supports this altar that we're building. And the second pillar of music is rhythm. So rhythm is the fundamental manifestation. When it comes to guitar, that's mostly happening in our right hand, right? If we're right-handed, and I think we all are here, yeah. So that's happening in the right hand through the strumming and the finger picking. And rhythm, we can also think of it as the broader range of frequencies of the vibrations that are happening. When we speed those frequencies up, that's when tonality starts to emerge. And we're just talking about the physical mechanics of music here. Like that's the reality of how it's actually manifesting in our lived reality in relationship to our bodies being in this world. So that brings us to the third pillar of music, which is melody. And that's when you have these distinct tones, right? With Sirenita Bobinzana, it's have these distinct tones that are starting to form the identity of the song. And so the identity is very much tied to the melody of the song. It starts to sort of have its real presence. You can change a lot of the other aspects of the song, but as long as the melody is there, the song is kind of there. It's a very fascinating thing. One musician said, I can't remember who, that melody is the part that we remember, and harmony is the part that we feel, which I think is a broad statement, but I think it's somewhat true, which brings us to the fourth pillar of the altar of music, which is harmony. And we can think of harmony as the emotional landscape that the melody is inhabiting. And on guitar, the harmony is represented by the chords, so by the left hand. So harmony in the left hand, rhythm in the right hand, melody with the voice. And that's all playing out on the canvas of time and space. Melody and harmony are similar because melody is a linear movement of notes. Na 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 na. And harmony is just notes, but they're stacked on top of each other and all playing at the same time, as in with the chord on the guitar. So I like to think of harmony as being architectural, like we're building it vertically. And melody is happening horizontally through space. Wonder if that makes sense to you. It's interesting because in a lot of the Eastern traditions, so for example, the Indian ragas, there's not much harmonic content. So we don't have these rich, lush chords that we have coming through the Western tradition. But we have these melodic content, the ragas, which is just a scale that's sort of filling it out. But the notes are not happening simultaneously. It's a flow like that. It spells out a harmony, but it's not happening at the same time. And this is the same with the ikaros as well. The ikaros are without harmonic content. They're just the melodies, the saitis as well. But then in the past years, with the introduction of harmonic instruments, chordal instruments like the guitar, we're starting to have this chordal landscape coming through the Western tradition, a meeting of the West and the indigenous traditions. So with Sirenita Bobinzana, with what we're looking at today, it's some kind of a fusion of these traditions. Where there's a guitar, there's certainly a Western influence coming from Europe, and before that coming from the Arab world, and before that coming from India, the way that these instruments move, which is just amazing how interconnected it all is. So this is to give a very broad context about what we're doing, and then we're going to get into the nitty-gritty. Finally, the fifth and the most important part of the altar is the prayer. So we set all these pieces into place. We have the canvas of time and space. We have the rhythm. We have the melody. We have the harmony. And once these are all well put into place, well shaped, the prayer has this beautiful channel to come through. It's very well supported. And the prayer is our connection to spirit, to the unseen world, to our hearts, to whatever it is we're speaking to. The prayer doesn't need these other elements to stand on its own, but it's supported, it's empowered, it's a certain vessel, it's a certain channel that we put together. And in that sense, when we're practicing the rhythm, the strumming patterns, the finger picking patterns, and we're practicing the chords, which is the harmony, the harmonic bass, and we're singing it beautifully, that's our devotional practice, just like in any devotional practice where we're going through repetition in service of this prayer by refining and doing it with care and with presence, and honoring the tradition, honoring the beautiful symmetry of it, the beautiful way that it's put together, honoring the systematic way of learning and guiding to create something that's really robust and beautiful. So that's what I'm here to offer you. And we can now get right into it. So that's the big picture, and now we're going to go into that practice of putting the pieces of the altar together. So we'll just start with a little warm-up. So you just put your arms out like this, or one arm like this, and we're going to grasp here, not on the wrist, but on the, I just want to make sure I can see myself here. There we go. Just grasping just above the wrist, and we're going to make a spiral, so this hand is going to turn inward, and we're going to grasp pretty tightly while this hand is turning outward. No, sorry, the other way. This one's going in, and then this one's going out. There we go. And just explore a little bit. You should be putting a nice amount of pressure. Explore with this hand, some rotations. You might hear some cracks. That's not your bones cracking, that's gas being released. And this is for a fascia release here. Okay, so the inner hand is going inward, and the extended hand is going outwards. And circle your wrist and explore a bit with that. And there should be that kind of like nice pain, you know, that good little kind of like something being released. Kind of like if you're rolling out your legs on a ball or on a bolster. And breathe, and just explore that. It's kind of like when you're kids. I don't know if you remember, like when other kids like would twist your arm on the playground. Where I grew up in New York, they called it Indian rug burns, which is a very strange name. I don't know what they called it where you grew up. Okay, and release, and just feel how that feels to have that open a little bit. For me, that feels really nice. We're going to repeat that same thing with the other hand, so extend it forward, and this is the hand that's going to be turning inwards, okay? We're grasping it here. I'm sorry, it's going outwards. This hand is going outwards, I'm sorry. Grasping it here, and we're doing this spiral. And in that position of tension, starting to move the wrist a bit, flexing around the fingers and just feeling how that feels. taking great care with it. And this is a really nice ritual you can do before you practice. It's very good to link habits together. So if you can get the habit of taking care of your wrists and then moving into playing a song and linking those habits together, it's very helpful to build a new habit. When you're ready, release and just see how that feels. And I feel a lot of openness there. That's good. Okay. And we'll put our hands together and put them upside down, Anjali Mudra, and just gently pull them up to open the wrists. Be very gentle here and just find a good tension. And breathe into your wrists. I really need this with all the cell phone use. It's like out of control, the amount the wrists get punished. All the computer use. And gently release and give it a little shake. And finally, take one arm and make a fist. Grasp the wrist with the other hand, about 2 to 3 pounds of pressure. So not too tight, but not too loose either. And just start to rotate that wrist. This is a really nice one. Lubricate the joints. And we'll go the other direction. And when we finish, we release the hand and we sort of stretch out the fingers a bit, give it a little shake, and we do the other side. And when you're ready, the other direction. And release, give it a little shake. Okay, good. So we'll grab our guitars now. Raise your hand if you don't have a capo. Everyone has a capo? Okay, great. So we're going to do capo on the 2nd fret. And take a moment just to tune up your instrument if you need to. My fingers feel more open, my wrists feel more open. I like this feeling. So we put our capo here on the 2nd fret. And we're going to start with just going through the chords for Sirenita Bobinzana. Okay, can everybody see that? Yeah, good. Okay, great. So go ahead and find our C chord here. Does everybody know how to read these charts? Is there anyone that doesn't know how to read these charts? If you have any question, just unmute yourself and I'll explain.
Could you explain?
Explain? Okay, let's explain. So what you're seeing here are the 4 chords: C, G, B7, sharp 9 / F sharp. Don't worry, I can explain that later. E minor. C and G and E minor are very basic. Don't worry, the B7 sharp 9 over F sharp is not basic unless you're João Gilberto. It's not a basic chord. And what you're looking at with this diagram is the guitar neck as you would look at it. You know, if you were to bend the guitar over and look at it from your angle, that's what you would see. So these 6 vertical lines represent the strings of the guitar. The left side, it's the lowest string. Going up to the right side is the highest string, okay? So we see that the E string, A string, D string, G string, B string, and E string. These black dots are where you put your fingers on the neck of the guitar. So we want to start with the lowest one. We would put our finger here on the 3rd fret of the A string. So notice how we have these horizontal lines too, and those horizontal lines are the frets, the metal frets that run along the top of the guitar. So we're going to put our ring finger, the anello, right? The ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, of the 2nd string here from the left, yeah? And then we're going to put the middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. Then we're going to skip the G string. That's why you have this open circle here at top. And we're going to put the 1st finger on the 1st fret of the B string. So I can show you up close here now. It's going to look like this. And it will sound like that. Your basic C chord. You can see that. So we're skipping the lowest string here. Our ring finger is going here on the 3rd fret, right? 1, 2, 3. Our middle finger here on the D string, and then the 1st finger here on the 1st fret of the B string. Everyone got it? Yes? You were shaking your head, Brad? Sing or no?
Sorry, I was just jamming.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
I was just digging that C major.
Yeah. Kalina, todo bien? Yeah. Stephanie, all good?
All good.
Okay, great. Okay. So from that chord, we're going to go to the G chord. Okay. Go to the G chord, and you'll notice that you can move the ring finger and the middle finger down. Just move them together down, and then put the pinky down to get this top note up here. And you play all 6 strings. And so if this is new for you, if these chords are new for you, just switch between these two for now. So Luana, you probably want to just spend some time just switching between these two chords. Going to the B7 sharp 9 over F sharp, and the middle finger is going to be down here on the E string, the first finger here on the D string, the second finger here, the ring finger here on the G string, and the pinky here on the B string. And we get this very cool kind of jagged chord. It's nice to just really take a moment and listen and feel how the chord sounds. What does it move in you? So I'll run through that one more time. The middle fingers here, down here on the E string. The first fingers here on the D string, first meaning pointer finger. The ring finger, third finger, is here on the G string. And then the pinky is up here on the B string. And we're not playing the high E string at all. Okay. And finally, the easiest chord.
Sorry, Benny, are you strumming through your first 5 strings?
I am strumming through my first 5 strings, and then I'm just kind of muting the top string with the pinky by just sort of bending it over a little bit. Just like that. On the C chord, I'm actually slightly bending my thumb over so it's touching the lowest string. It's not squeezing it, it's just slightly touching it. That way I can play all 6 strings without hearing this boom. If I leave the thumb off, I hear this boom. But if I slightly curl the thumb over and touch it, it mutes it. And that allows me to just strum through all the way. By the way, my right hand is like this. I don't know if you've seen the K-pop idols like make this little heart sign with the fingers like this, but you put it together. On the downstroke, you're using the top of this fingernail here. On the upstroke, you're using the top of the thumb. We're going to go more into the strumming in a little bit, but first let's continue to focus on the left hand. So we go from C. From there, we're going to just drop these 2 fingers down, release the first finger, and then put the pinky down up top. Play all 6 strings. And you can see the first finger is just free and easy. Good. From there, we're going to go to the B7 sharp 9 chord. I'll pull it up again because I'm sure we need to see that. See here. There we go. Now for here, I'm actually trying to avoid playing all 6 strings. I'm just stopping at the B as best as I can. And you shouldn't be hearing the A string at all because this finger, the middle finger, is slightly touching it and muting it. Yeah, this finger, so the one that's playing the lowest note, is slightly touching the string above it, so it's kind of muting it. Get the nice clean sound of this kind of crunchy, jagged sounding chord. There was a great medicine man who really loved this chord. His name was Jimi Hendrix. One of the greatest. Okay, and from there we go to E minor. Aha. And you can play it like this, or you can play it like this. Same notes, different fingers. You can play it with the first two, or you can play it with the second and the third. So the middle and the ring. By the way, let's just go through the numbers very quickly of the fingers. Pointer finger is 1, middle finger is 2, ring finger is 3, pinky is 4. Okay, so the weakest finger is 4, strongest finger is 1, thumb is a thumb. So what we'll do now is we're gonna just play each chord.
Hey, Benny.
Yep.
Can I ask another time how you are muting the A string on the B7 chord? Can you go through that again?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So if you find the chord, you want, you see where your middle finger is? You want that to be bending ever so slightly so that it's making contact with the A string. Yeah, so you don't need to squeeze it, just so that it's abutting it. It's just touching it enough so that the string can't vibrate. Is that working? Yeah,
I'll have
something
to practice, but yes, thank you.
yeah, keep it in your awareness, and it will come with time. So we'll play each chord 3 times, very, very slowly, starting with the C. So, and 1, 2, and 3. Just the downstrokes, okay? And now to G. Downstroke, downstroke, downstroke. Now the B7, sharp 9. Downstroke, 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 and E minor. And again, back to C. Down to G. To the B7 sharp 9. 1, 2, 3, and to the E minor. So don't worry if it's not too clean, if it's not too clear yet. Remember, what we're doing is we're just creating the conditions for the body to learn what it needs to. The muscle, what's called the muscle memory. From the C to 3 and G. Yeah, and if you're already starting to get it and you want to play it at your own pace, go ahead. And if you want to sing it already, go for it, Kalina. All good. I'm just doing it at the slowest, for whoever needs it. But if you're ready to play like... creating the conditions to build the muscle memory. Muscle memory is not really in the muscles; it's in the brain, the neurological circuits, and its connection to the muscles. So that's actually what we're building: some new tracks there and a new motor skill programming. We're just creating the conditions by doing repetitions. There's no forcing it. Just opening the space to build those new neurological programs, somatic programs. 1, G7, 2, 3, and E minor. Okay, let's look at a very simple strumming pattern. And this strumming pattern, you can play it a simple way, and then you can play it a slightly more nuanced way. You choose, you know, if you need to start with the simple way, start with that. But if you're ready for the nuanced way, then you can do it that way. Let me just pull it up here. I have so many graphs and charts open right now, it's hard to find it. Aha, there it is. Okay. So we have here a count of 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and that's right, Kalina. So the downbeat is always going to be on a number, and it's always going to be a downstroke. So what I'd like us all to do before we even start to play the chords and start to strum it is just to get this, what I call the pendulum swing going. So we're just going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And now we're going to count out loud with that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 1 and 2 and 3. Now just the downbeats. 2, 3, 1. So we're just counting the downbeats out loud, but we keep the hand going. Ready? And 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Just the upbeats. And 1. Okay, so by keeping this motion going with the right hand, we keep in the time, we keep on the beat, and we're always moving in the right direction. We're going down on the downbeat and up on the upbeat. So in this rhythm, we can find our C chord with the left hand, and we're going to actually play on every stroke, right? Except for the and of 1. So just let me demonstrate. It's going to sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1. Okay. Does that make sense to everyone? Let's try it together very slow, okay? So remember, you're still going to keep the motion going. So even on the and of 1, you're still going to move up. You're just not going to touch the strings. So we're just sort of choosing when we touch the strings and when we don't. In the case of this drumming pattern, we're touching the strings on every single beat except the end of 1. So let's try it. We'll just keep repeating this. What I like to do practicing these kinds of things, set a timer sometimes for a minute, 2 minutes to create a container for yourself. And that way it's like, okay, you just have to keep doing it. It's like doing reps at the gym. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 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 2 and 3 and 1. this is easy for you, on the first note, you can just try and hit the lower strings, so the lower half of the strings. And then on the next two strokes, just the higher two strings. And then on the third beat, just the middle strings. And then ending with the high strings. Red means the lower strings, and these are an approximation of splitting the strings into three parts to get a little bit more of a dynamism. Only if the other one is easy for you. So it'd be like low, high, high, middle, high. Low, high, high, middle, high. Low, high, high, middle, high. Low, Kalina? You're confused? You look completely confused. Brad, you're getting it. Stephanie, is that making sense?
Yes, I don't get a little bit this finger when get up.
You're going to use, for going up, you'll use the back of the thumb. So. Down the top of the finger. So that's why we have this set up like that. So the nail of the thumb is what's really coming up. Okay. So for those who are still kind of getting the hang of this, just stay on the C chord. Brad, let's go through the changes now. Okay, so we'll play C, G, and so on. And for anybody else, if that starts to be easy. Okay, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1. So we stay on that E minor for a while and C. So yes, Kalina.
Can you show one more time the strumming of the low high part? Because I don't think it's in our thing.
Yeah, in the packet I sent out. Oh yeah, I don't think it's in the packet. So
I think my middle voices may be getting confused with my higher voices. I'm not sure I have that distinction quite down.
sure, yeah, it's approximate. So when we talk about the C, let's really zoom in. Okay, so to clear up any confusion about it. So let's just find the C chord, everybody, and let's target the A and the D string and the G. A, D, and G, and we'll call that the low. So see if you can play just those three. Right? Nothing changes with the left hand. The left hand stays solid the whole time. That's our low. And for the highs, we'll target the G, the B, and the E. So there's some overlap, right? We used the G before for the low group. We're going to use it for the high group now too. G, B, E, the top three strings. Down, up. So you practice this just by going down, up. And now the middle strings will target D, G, and B. So overlap there as well, right? And then coming up with those high strings again. Does that make sense? So we split the 6 strings into these 3 overlapping parts to get this kind of a dynamic sound. Okay, good. So let me pull up this strumming pattern one more time. And so this is kind of the more nuanced way of playing it, but you can just play it full on. That's perfectly fine too. Just depends on what you feel like it is that you want to work on. From there, we'll go to the G chord. And it's the same rules apply. So try and find your low notes. The low E string, the A and the D. And then your high notes, the top 3 strings again. Now this is easier because we have 6 strings instead of 5. And then the middles, kind of those middle 4. This is what sounds good to me. Okay. Or you can play it. But look at what a difference there is in terms of the dynamics. When you just play it as 6 strings, it's kind of like you're like walking into a shop full of you know, glasses and bowls, and you're just swinging a bat around and just trying to hit whatever you can. But that's okay, you know, the Huni Queen, the Yawanawa, they play like that. You know, that's cool. It's just a style thing, but we're going for a little bit more nuance here than that. So, because it's the Sirenita Bobinzana, it's soft, it's feminine, it's delicate. So 1 and 2 and low, high, middle, high. See if you can get that. So yeah, a little easier on the G than on the C, I think, because we have the 6 strings. Let's go from here to the B7, sharp 9. And now we have 5 strings again. You can leave the E string open, it's not bad. It's quite interesting. Or you can lift your pinky and put it on the 2nd fret of the high E string here and just make more of a proper B7 chord. Right, Luana? Do you have a guitar with you or no? You're just, oh, you do? Okay, I didn't see it. Oh, that's a cool guitar. I wasn't sure. I thought you were maybe just watching. Okay. I know you're just beginning, so this might be a lot, but I hope what you can do on your side is just sort of slow things down and just take the pieces that you can, you know. Try and find the most important thing that is needed. That's always important in our discernment when we're studying anything. So let's do this. Just do one up, all 6 strings. It's great. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. And we'll go now to the E minor, and let's do the same pattern there without looking at the chart. And we have the full 6 strings to try and find this middle, low, high thing. And 1 and 2 and 3. Low, high, high, middle, high, low, up, high, high, middle, and then one time on the B7, and then to the E minor. So from the G, we go 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's the fastest change in the song. So let's do it a few more times so we can get acquainted with it. G 3 times. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2. On the third beat, we go to the B7, and then we go to the E minor. 2, 3, and 4. G again. Last time. You can remember it happens on the corazones. G. Juntos Okay, we covered a lot of material, and there's so much more to go, but can you believe it? That's already an hour. The path forward from here would be to then also incorporate the finger picking, just to give you like a preview, right? And then weaving in the melody with the finger picking. Sirenita dell'orillo, danza danza con il vento. Sirenita dell'orillo, danza danza con il vento. Con tus flores y aromas perfumar los corazones. Con tus flores y aromas perfumar los corazones. And then blending. So we layer things together piece by piece, just like that. That's how it goes. Okay, great. Any questions or any comments on any of that? Anything we went through there?
I'm curious, can you unpack for us that beat chord? It's the first time I've come across it, and it adds all kinds of it's a very different dynamic. But like
Yeah.
there's this other much more I guess boring beat that I had been playing in that place,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of curious like how you came to this other
Mhm.
very funky one. Is that
It is quite funky. Yeah, totally. That's a great question. So I wanted to say this too when I was demonstrating the way the melody can weave into the. So all of that is built around these chords, right? So if you
hmm
watch my left hand while I'm doing that,
hmm
so you
So
already.
it's from the melodic line, like
Yeah, yeah,
suggested that.
yeah, because the melody's in there and da, da, if you lift it and then you play the B string, you get that melody.
Cool.
La, da, 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 da. So by learning that chord, it's to prepare for the next step. Now, if you're just strumming, I think the boring B7 is pretty nice. This is pretty dense,
Yeah.
but maybe you like it. Donde lo río danza danza. Ooh, spicy. Con el viento. But what it's doing is to prepare you to then go into the tablature. So I created a tablature with this that has the whole melody, and I'm happy to share it with you if you want to study it. And all the other chords there are all what we just learned. Just standard C, standard G, standard B7, not so standard, and then the E minor. So by studying that first, it sets you up to then be able to work on the finger picking melody, because the lines are just extensions out of that, basically.
Cool.
Yeah. So building things up systematically like that. Yeah. So that's a great question.
Thanks. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Cool.
Any other questions? Pretty straightforward. You got a lot to practice. Yeah. Good. Break it down, and if you need any assistance, like in a day or a few days, and you're like, I'm overwhelmed, I don't know what to practice, just send me a message, and then we can come up with a little practice plan. I love making little practice plans. It's really important to just have like a practical approach. So I'm doing an immersion on January 11th for 12 weeks. It's for players who are kind of already playing some songs and want to go a bit deeper. I'm also happy to give you guys access to like a preview of some of the classes. You can see how it feels. But then in February, I'm doing a beginner's course, and I think that might be good. Yes, Stephanie, Luana, Kalina, I think that might be good for your levels. Although Kalina, I feel like you're doing pretty well with the instrument. Yes. So yeah, check it out. It's a really beautiful platform. If you have like 2 minutes, I want to just kind of show you how it's functioning, just to give you a sense. And it's I run the immersions for 12 weeks with 12 live calls, and then there's like between 50 and 60 videos and sequential lessons and everything, and then a lot of interaction. You're prompted to post videos of homework and so on, and then I can review it and then offer guidance, and it's very supportive. So this is what it looks like. And if we go, each one of these is a module. The pre-practice initiation is all preparation for a week, and then each song lasts 2 to 3 weeks. So module 3 here is Sirenita Bobinzana, and it's split into these sections. So pre-practice, tablature arrangement, right and left hand layers, and then there's videos and guides and everything to accompany. So I think you can't hear it now, but that's okay. It just sounds like my voice, I promise. So me speaking there. So yeah, if you want more information about that, just let me know. That one's beginning January 11th, and then February will be the beginner course. And I'm always available for one-on-ones. And I think I'll do another workshop offering like this probably in a couple of weeks in January to get ready for the beginner's course as well. So thank you so much, everyone. This is a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you, Benny. This has been amazing.
It's great to see you, Luana. I'm so happy you came.
Me too. Me too. It's great to meet all of you.
Likewise.
Any fun holiday plans?
Stay home.
We're heading down to the beach.
Oh, which one? Ubatuba?
Thereabouts, Barra do Saí.
Bahutasaí.
Yeah, just this side of San Sebastián.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, enjoy. Oh, I would love to get to the beach. I'm here in the cold Massachusetts winter.
Yeah, hang in there.
More information regarding my offerings. My Instagram, I think I'm posting more on there, Kalina.
Just curious, such as like signups and exchange and things like that.
Oh, just reach out and whatever you're interested in.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Benny. This is really great, man. You're very generous with your work, with your music, and also to to make it so accessible like this. I know it takes a lot of work to make uh to make this so accessible. So I really appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a joy for me to share it with you. So thank you. And I'm here if you need anything. Let me know. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Happy holidays.
Take care.
Bye.